So you finally did it. You finally was able to get you a girlfriend. You finally got your little boo, a little yeah for Valentine's Day. And now you're stuck because now you don't know what to do because Valentine's Day is next week and you got no idea what the hell you're gonna do for Valentine's Day. I got you. Don't worry. I'm finna help you. So what most people do, or what most guys actually do, is, oh, I'll just take him to a nice little dinner, or I'll just get him a nice little present, whatever, and we'll just like Netflix and chill. Don't get me wrong, you could do that. Like if you want to be like everybody else, you can definitely do that. Do I recommend it? Do I encourage you to do that? No, I wouldn't recommend it. I personally wouldn't do that myself. Like personally, if I was taking my girlfriend out on a date for Valentine's Day, I wouldn't just like get like some Chipotle and like Netflix and chill. I wouldn't just do that. That's like too bland. I don't even like Chipotle, but the point is, it's like, it's too ordinary. It's too like vanilla. Like it's not special. Like you can go do that any day of the week. Like why would that be special on Valentine's Day especially? Now some people might argue Valentine's Day isn't that big of a deal, and you know, and to those people, you're right, it's not that big of a deal. But if you haven't had a girlfriend in a while, or you finally was able to get you that girl that you really wanted, and you're like, nah, I want to make a good impression, not necessarily because you're putting her on a pedestal, but because you're like, nah, she's done a couple things here and there for you, she's been helping you out, she hasn't been a pain in the ass, you know what I mean? Everything I've been telling you guys to look for in these girls and to kind of like coach them through, because you kind of got to train them, even though it sounds kind of fucked up, because you have to train a lot of these habits into them. They don't just come out the box like ready to go like a PS5. They don't come perfect out the gate. You have to train them to fit into what you want and into your lifestyle. But if she's earned it, you know, she's been helping you out, she's been doing things for you here and there, she's been basically your piece, what you've wanted, and you're like, nah, I want to treat her a little bit, I want to do something special for her, I got you. So for one, what you could do is actually take her to like a nice lounge instead of just like a regular restaurant or like a club like most people do. Take her to something a little more exclusive, something a little bit more like chill, laid back, something like a lounge. It doesn't have to be crazy expensive. You can find a lot of these if you go on like Instagram or TikTok. If you still have TikTok on your phone, like you can look up lounges in whatever city you're in. And so like Houston, Miami, I don't know, San Antonio, Austin, you can look up lounges on Instagram and TikTok, and it'll give you a list of like cool different spots where you can be like, oh, okay, I like this spot, oh, this spot looks cool, I think I would like this one, or she would love to go to this spot. Or even if she just brought it up one time and you just happen to remember what it was called, look it up, see where it's at, and try to see, okay, let me see what does it look like. So that way, if you decide to take her to that spot that she only mentioned to you one time, she'll be like, oh my god, he actually remembered, he actually planned out a date to the one spot I only told him one time, I didn't have to tell him no more, he remembered it, even if it was like months ago or like a whole long time ago. You look like you remembered and you put a lot of thought into it, even though maybe you didn't necessarily put that much into it. But she don't gotta know that. That's the point. She doesn't have to know. Another alternative though, what you could do is, if you don't want to do that and you want to do something a little bit different, what you could do is actually, instead of going to like a lounge or like a nice restaurant, you could tell her to dress up, but instead you have like a little mini reserve romantic date at your place. So like you do the cooking, you plan out everything, you make it all romantic, cute and cuddly, and whatever the hell you want it to look like, whatever the hell you want it to be, you make it to fit that. You put candles, roses, petals, fucking wine if you're old enough to drink. You do whatever the fuck you want to do. Plan it out, a nice dinner, tell her to wear something nice. Tell her actually exactly what to wear. Whatever you do, whatever you guys end up doing together, tell her what to wear. I would recommend that very much. Be like, hey, I want you to wear this, or put on that little dress that I love seeing you in, or put on something nice, put on something cute and warm, something like that. Regardless of whatever the hell you do, tell her what to wear. She'll think it's kind of like special and kind of romantic, kind of like, it'll turn her on a little. She'll be like, oh, he's telling me what to wear, okay, like let me see what he's planning, let me see what he's trying to do. So if you decide to go like the second route that I'm telling you, where you actually plan out the date to where it's like a little romantic date at your place, where you end up cooking, or you make the food, you make the dinner, whatever, you can make it to where it's her favorite food, even though some people might not like to cook. Hey, you can look everything up on Google, YouTube University, TikTok, Instagram. You can look anything up on the internet and it'll tell you how to do it. In case you don't feel like going to like a restaurant and you don't feel like doing all that, do something different like that. Do it at your place. Cook it yourself. Make it look all cute and sexy and romantic and all that lovey-dovey shit at your place. That way when it's over and like a couple days later, she'll be telling all of her girlfriends about, oh my god, you won't believe what the hell he did for me. And she'll be actually bragging about you to all of her other friends because you did something else that was different. A third alternative, if you don't like the first two, is actually just do what everybody else does. Like just take them out to like a nice restaurant, their favorite restaurant, you know, something nice, somewhere that's elegant, romantic. If you want to go that route, even though maybe I wouldn't recommend it the most, just because everybody's gonna be doing the exact same thing, if you want to go that route, by all means, you can do that as well. You can tell her what to wear, or if you want to make it a little spicy, like you pick her up and then like you blindfold her once you get to her place, and then tell her that like you can't take the blindfold off until we get to wherever it is that we're trying to get to. You can make it a little bit of a mystery, like, oh my god, where are we going? Because now I'm blindfolded. What are we doing? Like, what's going on? The main thing with this though, whenever you're planning a date, regardless if it's for Valentine's Day, if it's for an anniversary, for her birthday, just a random occasion, whatever it is, I don't care what it is. The one thing that you always want to make sure that you keep in mind is that you want it to be a mystery. You want to have some sort of mystery to it. If that involves you telling her what to wear for the date, you picking her up and blindfolding her once you pick her up, and telling her that you can't take the blindfold off until we get to wherever it is that we're going, telling her, you know what, cancel everything, I got something planned for you, and taking her out on a trip. Planning something doesn't have to be so extravagant. It can be something very generic, very ordinary, but when you add a little element of mystery, a little bit of an element of surprise, that's what they actually care about. They're like, oh, he took the time to actually try to plan something for me, to do something for me and for us. That's different than just, oh, let's just go get something to eat. Oh, what do you want to eat? Oh, you know, what movie do you want to watch? Something that's different than the usual that you might always be used to doing. That's the whole point when you're planning a date. Be spontaneous, be mysterious, surprise them a little bit every now and then. Of course, going to a nice restaurant, going out on a nice fancy dinner date is cool. Don't get me wrong, I've been on those are nice. But when you add some mystery to it, when you add some element of surprise, that's where it really gets interesting, because now she doesn't know what to expect from you, and you have the ability to guide the interaction in whatever way you want it to go. If you want it to go this way, you can make it go in that direction. If you want it to go this way, whatever, up, down, side to side, in a fucking circle, you are the one in control, and you decide how things go, when things are gonna happen, and where and when. That's the whole point of planning a date. You taking the initiative, you leading, you being the one who's calling the shots. And if you have any more ideas on like places to go for a date, or any date ideas, drop it down in the comments. Let me know what you think that I might have missed, and if I like it, I might actually even end up doing it for a date in the future, and I'll let you guys know about how it goes. If you stuck around to the end, I really appreciate you. Don't stop watching now. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share the video. I'm gonna see you boys in the next one. Peace.